Ding. Microtransaction lands in my honeypot, then tries to somersault into a fresh exchange deposit address that screams KYC. I pivot to Explorer, and that address glows with my name, my full legal, spelled correctly. It even knows my birthday, which I once emailed a bank in a PDF like a trust fall. My stomach leaves the group chat. Congratulations to me. I am both the victim and the fall guy. Innovative. Identity theft tastes like tinfoil and betrayal. I do not panic. I project manage. I slap a YubiKey on my keychain like a tiny sword. I split MFA across devices like I'm diversifying a personality. I freeze my credit so hard, Equifax gets a snow day. I call the bank fraud desk and introduce myself as a spreadsheet with feelings. Hi, I'm me. Also, someone else is me. I brought charts. Parallel track. I email the exchange compliance team a packet titled, "Hi, it's me and also not me." Inside, immutable hashes, chain of custody note, the honeypot creation screenshot, and a side-by-side of their KYC selfie. Face cropped, but the cousin's watch screams in diamonds, and his eye audit, therefore I am, Ty preaches. Bonus, diploma reflection in the frame with his last name doing jazz hands. I draw a tasteful arrow. Heady, but nutritious. Compliance replies fast. Received. Investigating. Keep your phone on. Translation. Hydrate. Meanwhile, SIM swap goblins wake up. Unknown numbers swarm my phone like gnats with side hustles. Texts say, "We detected unusual activity. Tap to secure." I respond by not responding and slapping a poured-out pin on my account like caution tape. Now I'm done being chased. I start chasing. I widen the OSINT. Cousin's firm has a vendor naming convention that rhymes with my admin timestamps. The shells issue refunds that match the cadence of post-donation mixing. I pin them to the wall of my diagram like beige butterflies. Beige is the color of crime when it goes to church. I loop in the detective I met at the bank. Subject. Identity, but make it cosplay. He schedules a chat with the enthusiasm of a man who irons his stapler. I bring the honeypot trail. Invoice open, microtransaction, admin tap, swap, mixer, KYC deposit labeled me but make it fraud. He goes quiet in the way people do when their worldview gets a pop-up. But unease lingers. If I confront her tonight, she sprints to a new set of wallets and vegetables me on Instagram as a jealous man who hates kindness. If I wait, they push a final sprint through the exchange and vanish behind a privacy curtain labeled oops. So, I choose the third door, theater, public, undeniable, with snacks. I text my lawyer, we go Gala. He says, rehearse the beats, bring adapters. I kiss the dog's head, compliance and morale, and pack my Pelican case like I'm tucking in a small, angry orchestra. One more breadcrumb out of kindness and cruelty. I trigger a $12 vendor refund through the Phantom portal at 9:14. At 9 hours 14 minutes and 10 seconds, Cousin's IP opens the invoice. At 9 hours 14 minutes and 22 seconds, admin taps. At 9 hours 14 minutes and 37 seconds, swap. At 9 hours 14 minutes and 59 seconds, the KYC account wearing my name inhales like soup. I print the rhythm large enough to double as a yoga mat. Centered title, The Ledger War. Subtitle, I brought a spoon. And that's the moment the story grows fags. It's not just missing money. It's my identity strapped to their getaway car. It's betrayal with paperwork. So I stop being polite and I get exact. Stage, projector, compliance on read, security briefed, bank on speed FaceTime. The cousin can bring his watch. I'll bring receipts. Midpoint twist, the phantom donor bites. They bite so fast, I almost drop my spoon. Our phantom donor's invoice pings open at 9 hours 14 minutes and 6 seconds from an IP that smells like carpet tiles and passive-aggressive K-cups. Corporate suburbs, fluorescent lighting, a ficus named Linda. Then, same minute, 9 hours 14 minutes and 10 seconds. Cousin Spreadsheet's boutique laundromat palace pops the same link, logo, slogan, and the moral flexibility of a Pilates band. Ding! Microtransaction hits my honeypot. $12 with the swagger of a confession. Explorer shows the hop prepping its little field trip. Intake, therefore swap, therefore jazz tub, therefore Winterland. But then, plot twist wearing my face, The funds don't take the usual lazy river. They somersault into a fresh exchange deposit address tagged with a KYC flag so bright, I need sunglasses. The label? My name. Full legal. Spelled right. I taste aluminum and betrayal. I stare at the screen like it owes me rent. My birthday's there too. Of course it is. The same one I helpfully emailed a bank in a PDF that screamed, "Please identity theft me." The adrenaline hits like a bass drop in a Prius. I don't panic. I project manage. YubiKey goes on my keychain like a tiny Excalibur. I split MFA across devices so redundant, even my toaster gets jealous. I slap a port-out pin on my carrier, call, and ask them to weld my number to my soul. Phone starts auditioning for whack-a-mole. Unknown calls. Fish texts that read, "We detected unusual activity. Tap to secure." I reply by yeeting them into the sun and freezing my credit so hard Equifax shivers. Bank fraud line answers with the tone of people who've met Florida. "Sir, did you authorize any crypto transactions?" "Ma'am, the only thing I meant is excuses." I share my screen with my words. Router logs, invoice open times, Explorer flows. They put me on a polite hold that sounds like capitalism. Meanwhile, I email the exchange compliance team a care package titled, "Hi, it's me, and also not." Evidence buffet, immutable hashes, chain of custody notes, honeypot wallet creation screenshots, and the KYC selfie that is absolutely not my face. It's cropped, but cousin's watch is doing Broadway and his eye audit, therefore I am, Ty is preaching. Bonus, diploma reflection in the frame flashing his last name like a marquee. I draw an arrow because petty is fiber. Compliance replies fast. Received. Investigating. Keep your phone on. Translation. Don't nap. I send them a timestamp trifle. 9 hours 14 minutes and 6 seconds invoice open. 9 hours 14 minutes and 10 seconds second open. 9 hours 14 minutes and 22 seconds admin tap. 9 hours 14 minutes and 37 seconds swap. 9 hours 14 minutes and 59 seconds deposit to me, but make it fraud. They type, "Understood." My heart types, "Justice? Soonish?" I ping the detective. Subject, "Identity, but make it cosplay." He answers with an in-person, the voice of a man who irons his stapler and moisturizes his suspicion. I bring the honeypot choreography like a bedtime story for adults who press charges. He watches the Explorer scroll, slow, eyes narrowing at the KYC deposit. "That's your name? On paper. That your face?" I flip to the cousin's watch glamour shot. His throat makes a civic noise. Back home, the house hums like a lie withholding rent. She's on calls doing her benevolent TEDx voice. I listen to phrases like "move this through" and "expedite dispersal," which is hilarious because my savings are cosplaying glaciers. I feed the dog a treaty snack and check my pie. The admin rhythm hasn't missed a beat. 1 hour 7 minutes and 14 seconds. 1 hour 8 minutes and 2 seconds. Friendly little crimes in 4/4 time. Then the part that hits like a cold spoon to the gums. My name on that exchange account starts pulsing. They're testing withdrawals, small sips, then a gulp. I shoot a flare to compliance. Movement on KYC me. They answer, "Access suspended pending verification. Please be prepared for a brief video." I reply with a selfie holding today's paper and a label maker, the universal sign for "this man keeps receipts." I rehearse the humiliation in my head, then decide to weaponize it. Betrayal is sticky. Public is bleach. The projector isn't just a reveal. It's an immunization. If she frames me as the jealous IT goblin, the room will already have watched $12 sprint to my honeypot like it heard there were snacks. If cousin tries a lawyerly tap dance, the tie and the watch are ready for their encore. I tune the visualizer timing until it sings. The second her admin prints a thank you, my star dings on chain with the energy of a petty angel. The flow is idiot-proof. Left to right, welcome Matt, swap, jazz tub, Winterland, star. If you can order a sandwich, you can understand that your money just went to vibe school, not groceries. Humor keeps me from screaming, so I feed it. I rename the honeypot star groceries, but faster. I add a tiny caption under the mixer icon, "Bubbles are not blessings." I tuck a micro text near the cold cluster, "Winter is expensive." My attorney peeks and says, "Dial it back 1 penny." I reduce a comma, which is growth. 9:30. Another test. I trigger a $9.13 refund because anniversaries deserve symbolism. Exact cadence fires. Invoice, admin, swap, splash, KYC me chucks. I print the timeline big enough to be a yoga mat. Title, The Ledger War. Subtitle, please direct your eyes to the watch. And in the quiet after the printers, the betrayal sits heavy. It's not just that she siphoned. It's that she drafted my name as a shield, strapped my identity to her cousin's wrist, and aimed both at my future. That's the moment the IT underdog finds his cape. Not righteous, practical. Plug in the nuke. Tape down the HDMI. Confirm the union tech knows we love him. Text compliance. Showtime. Text detective. Calculator emoji. Fire emoji. Pet the dog. Pocket the spoon. I'm done chasing shadows. Time to make them cast themselves. Second pinch. Near disaster at the bank. The bank lobby smells like lemon cleaner and generational wealth. I walk in clutching my binder of doom and wearing a haircut that says, "Trust me, I alphabetize feelings." The teller gives me the smile they reserve for people whose accounts are either huge or haunted. Spoiler, haunted. A manager appears, crisp suit, name tag that could sign a mortgage. "Mr. Chill, right this way." We glide past posters about integrity. I nod like they're character witnesses. Conference room. Frosted glass. A fraud analyst who looks like she can smell lies through PDFs. Next to her, a detective in business casual suspicion, sleeves rolled, jaw squared like a stapler he irons. The manager sits, clicks a pen with the rhythm of anxiety. "Sir," the analyst says, "did you initiate a $40,000 transfer to an exchange this morning?" I clear my throat. "I only transfer snacks from pantry to mouth. That's my limit." No one laughs. "That's fine. I brought props." I slide the binder across like I'm dealing justice in tabbed sections. "I'll show you a bedtime story for grown-ups." Chapter Y. Router logs doing midnight cardio at 1:07. Graph lands. Eyebrows rise. Therefore, admin panel taps. I flip. Therefore, funds hop intake to swap to mixer to a cold wallet cluster I named Winterland. Flip. Therefore, a brand new exchange account labeled with my name, spelled right, thanks, absorbs the juice. The detective leans forward. "How do we know you didn't, stage this?" I beam like a librarian who caught you dog-earing. Every screenshot is stamped with open timestamps. Here are the hashes. Here's the email to my attorney with the hash of the hash. Chain of custody is tighter than my hamstrings. The analyst murmurs a small, involuntary, "huh," which is banker for wow. The manager stops the pen clicking. "We're cooking." I keep the cadence. Invoice opens at 9 hours 14 minutes and 6 seconds. Cousin's IP, same minute. Therefore, admin tap at 9 hours 14 minutes and 22 seconds. Therefore, swap at 9 hours 14 minutes and 37 seconds. Therefore, KYC deposit to me but not me at 9 hours 14 minutes and 59 seconds. I point to the timeline like I'm calling a square dance. Detective tilts his head. "Your cousin?" "Her cousin," I say, sliding the page with the redacted KYC selfie. Face cropped, but the watch and the eye audit, therefore I am Ty, do a little Broadway. Reflection in the diploma says his last name. I drew a tasteful arrow because I'm petty and helpful. The analyst's face does math. We can freeze out flows tied to that KYC profile, but if they try chain hopping or new rails, we'll need the exchange to cooperate. "Good news," I say. "Compliance is already on read receipts. They suspended access pending verification." My verification. The manager nods, taps a few keys like he's diffusing a casserole. "We're flagging the charity-linked accounts for immediate hold. We'll preserve balances, but ring-fence outbound activity. Donors will be protected." He glances up. "It won't be perfect." I exhale. "Perfect is for Canva. I'll take better." My phone buzzes. Compliance email. "Account access suspended. Video verification requested." I show the room. Detective grunts approval in lowercase. The analyst's screen pings. "There's a new attempt. Small test amount," she says. "They're probing." "Hamster's in panic," I mutter. "Can you block?" Requesting a block now. She's already typing like she hates crime personally. And then the moral bowling ball rolls in. Freezing accounts means freezing some real help. Rent, groceries, utility checks with sincere memos. My pettiness and conscience start arm wrestling in my chest. It's a draw. I clear my throat. If there are legitimate dispersals, can you segment? Preserve inbound, pause outbound until verified? The manager nods. We can segment. It'll be messy, but fairer. Messy and fair beats clean and cruel, I say. My voice surprises me by being human. The detective flips open a neat little notebook. We'll want a formal statement today. Focus on dates, times, and exactly what you touched. Public explorers, PDF metadata, router logs I own, I say. No admin credentials used, no doors kicked. Good, he says. If anyone pressures you, directs you, threatens to handle it quietly, you call me. Don't engage, especially not with family. Copy, I say. And the word tastes like a divorce. We spend 40 minutes translating my chaos into their dialect. I keep jokes small and receipts loud. Every time I say therefore, the detective's pen moves. At one point, the analyst leans closer to my timeline. You really labeled it Winterland. I also have a star called Groceries, but faster, I admit. Humor is my surge protector. Halfway through, my voicemail dings. Cousin wristwatch, performing legal karaoke, cease and desist, or face consequences. I forward it to my lawyer with the subject line menacing Muzak and a smiley face built of spite. When the forms stop reading, the manager straightens. We've placed the holds. We'll issue a formal notice to the exchange and notify IRS criminal investigation. He glances at the detective. You good? Detective pockets the card he just slid to me. We're good. I gather my binder, lighter by a few copies, heavier by a reality. Standing, I clock the posters again. Integrity, accountability. Words that feel like props until they aren't. Out in the lobby, the lemon cleaner smells smug. My phone rings. Unknown. I let it die. Another beep. Compliance again. We appreciate your documentation. Please be available tonight. I text back a selfie with my label maker. They respond with a thumbs up emoji that somehow feels like an oath. Walking to the parking lot, I take inventory. Survival counter? Cleared? Barely. Bank believes the binder. Compliance believes the watch. Detective believes the cadence. I'm not exonerated. I'm buoyant. Different thing, but enough to breathe. And then the gut punch lands late, as they do. She built a thing that helped some people. She also built a siphon that fed itself first and faster. I'm turning off a pipe that sprays both water and lies. The heroic narrative does not love nuance. The internet even less. But nuance is rent I'm willing to pay. I open my car, sit, and pocket check the spoon. Still there. Good. My petty talisman. I text my attorney. Bank froze. IRS pinged. Gala next. He replies, rehearse. No ad-libbing. I answer, adapters packed. The plan sharpens. Public, undeniable, time to her inhale. HDMI as truth serum. Crowd as witness. Compliance as chorus. If I slip, I'm the jealous IT goblin who hates charity. If I land it, I'm the guy who kept the lights on long enough for the lies to go dark. I start the engine. The dashboard clock flips to 1:07 p.m. Cute. I grin despite myself and whisper to the universe, therefore. Pre-climax setup. Building the trap. Her donor Gala looks like if glitter learned Excel. Step and repeat taller than my self-esteem. Canapes shaped like geometry regrets. A live stream rig humming like it wants a scandal. Perfect. I roll in my Pelican case like it's a service animal for consequences. Recon lab. Stage left. Podium. Confidence monitor. An HDMI snake pit with opinions. Stage right. A projector praying for meaningful work. Back wall. AV booth run by a venue tech in a faded tour shirt that says HDMI OR die. My soulmate. Hey, I say, holding up a tiny nuck like a communion wafer. I'm her husband. I've got a standby input for the tribute reel. Output only. No network. I'm a gentleman. He eyes me like I owe him adapters. What flavor of chaos? Just a live visualizer, I say. Pretty, polite, devastating. He smirks. I switch when you say, you don't touch the board. Deal, I say. And when the crowd gasps, that's your Emmy. I park the NUC, tape down a cable like I'm tucking in a toddler, and boot the visualizer. Public explorers only. No logins. Left to right. Welcome mat. Swamp. Jazz tub. Winterland. My honeypot star waits like a smug lighthouse.